Hello everyone, today let us continue with the discussion of the exception of section 499 of our substantive law, that is the Indian Penal Code, and the weapon to understand this exception to section 499 defamation is good faith, which has incorporated under section 52 of this code itself, which states that anything done or believed with utmost care and attention is said to be good faith. Okay, now let us play magic with this weapon, instrument, good faith, to understand the 10 exceptions of the section 499. Clear? Now, firstly, the first exception is any imputation made or published in public good, and that statement, that imputation must be very true in nature. That is, for example, if I'm making you understand with the help of an illustration, if I publish a defamatory statement regarding Mr. Jed that Mr. Jed is a habituated murderer, and I am stating this for a public safety, and the statement is very much true in nature, then I am not liable to be sued by Mr. Jed for defamation. Clear? Then secondly is in regard to the conduct of public servant in good faith. In good faith, I am pointing out my finger against the conduct of for example, I am taking here a jailer, that the jailer is a person who is not acting with due care regarding the health of his prisoners. Okay, now the jailer cannot sue me for this defamatory remark, because in good faith for the well-being of the prisoners, I am publishing this remarks against the jailer. Clear? Then thirdly, it is regarding the conduct of any person touching any public question. Now let us understand this exception with the illustration that if anyone during canvassing of the election speaks something very bad about others, about the reputation, which harms the reputation of the fellow being, then he is out of the ambit of section 499. For example, a leader of BJP government, while canvassing for his election, for his term next year, he is alleging different derogatory remarks against the leader of the opposition party, then he is not liable for defamation. Then fourthly comes in regard to the publication of true proceedings of the Court of Justice, is also not liable for defamation. Fifthly, in regard to the merits of the case decided in the court, either criminal or civil, or in regard to the witnesses and so on and so forth, in regard to that case, is not considered to be defamation. For example, if A says that Z, who is a witness, his character is very contradictory, and out of this nature it can be presumed that it can be implied that this evidence, Mr. Jed, who is a witness, is a person is a very dishonest and stupid person. So the publication or the words used as dishonest and stupid by Mr. A doesn't amount to defamation. A cannot be sued for defamation by Z. Okay. Then sixthly, it is in regard to the public performance, in regard to the merits of the public performance. Clear? For example, I am a dancer and I am I have given a public performance in front of 100 audience in a theater, and herein the audience have the right to criticize me, has the right to say anything about my performance, and I, being a performer, have to take it as a good criticism or bad criticism and work forward for my betterment. Clear? Then seventhly is very interesting, any accusation or any censorship passed in good faith by a person who has a lawful authority over another. And a very good illustration is whenever a judge of a court is, is using or remarking certain bad words or harsh words against the witnesses in a case, or any of the officers under his courtroom is not liable, then this judge is not liable for defamation. He's kept out of the purview of defamation. Then eighthly, the somewhere similar to this provision, seventh exception is that any accusation in good faith, okay, is conveyed to a person who has the authority of the other person. For example, accusation preferred in good faith to authorized person. For example, if my friend Mr. Jed is complaining about my son that he is kleptomaniac in nature because he has seen that he has stolen 2 toffees from the shop, and as in good faith he is informing to me to me I am the mother of my son for his well-being, then my friend, I cannot sue my friend, okay, for using derogatory remarks for my only child. Clear? And the last 9th and the 10th exception goes as imputation made in good faith by person for protection of his or others' interests. For example, herein a shopkeeper says to B, who manages his business, clear, send nothing to Mr. Jed unless he pays you ready money, for I have an opinion of dishonesty. Clear? मतलब पैसा दो और चीज ले लो, लेकिन उसको कुछ उधार में मत देना, ठीक है? Because Mr. Jed is not a person of good character, he is dishonest. Clear? So here A is not liable for the defamation. And lastly, caution intended for good of a person to whom conveyed or for public good. Again, something very similar. I am conveying you that this person is not is a thief in nature, so सावधानी रखिए, सावधानियत में बैठ जाओ, ठीक है? So it is not derogatory in nature and it's for public good and large. Clear? So this is all about the exceptions of section 499 against exceptions wherein the offense of defamation is not constituted, and we have played magic with the weapon. Good faith, very important for some of the provisions of the Indian Penal Code. So go through it, have a good idea about it, and again we'll be catching up with certain different provisions of the Indian Penal Code in the coming lectures. Thank you and stay healthy.